Hello, this is Jason Christensen, Republican candidate for Utah governor. I'm seeking to become your first conservative governor of this great state of Utah. I know I've done this video way too many times, and hopefully it will be done correct this time. Either if it's a bad sound or if it's me forgetting something, but hopefully this will be the last time I've done this particular video regarding tax reform and the biased, lying media that doesn't do the job. And I say lying, cheating media that needs to do the job. I'm referring to the fact that they have sheer bias towards certain swamp critters that's in the race for governor, and certain biased against me, myself, and so many others that are looking to drain the swamp and restore the U.S. Constitution, that are principled, that refuse to sell out our principles. I've announced since August, and every single time I've been in front of the camera or talked to any member of the media, they have chosen to ignore everything I say, ignore any mentioning of my name. In fact, there's only been one time that they mentioned my name and quoted me 4 words, and 4 words only. It was regarding the press conference for the referendum against the tax reform that the swamp ran down our throats in the state of Utah. Now, I want to talk about that so-called tax reform that the swamp rammed down our throats. A week before Christmas, 1 hour, within 1 hour, without reading the 217-page monstrosity that they attempted to pass last January, attempted to sell to the public all last year, released a new version of it in November, which exempted female hygiene products. And then special session a week before Christmas, like I said, to ram it down our throats. This so-called tax reform is applying sales tax at the gas pump, as well as raising the sales tax and the gas tax yet again to make Utah the highest taxed state in the nation regarding sales and gas tax. They also created a food tax at 4.77%, which is immoral, but still, nonetheless, will also going to be the highest tax state in the union regarding food, and one of the only states with a tax on food. The Constitution is very simple. It's supposed to protect life, liberty, property. And anytime you put those 3 great qualities in danger, such as life and property, those great tyranny. And that tax reform that they shut down our throats also increased the regulation at the oil refineries and the emission testing. They raised the fees on the vehicle registration. They raised all the fees regarding driver's license renewals and driver permits, cards, and etc. Everything related to the car is going up. They also eliminated so many tax credits regarding the income tax. But they did cut taxes, 0.013% of the income tax rate, which equals out to be 1 penny on the dollar, which is nothing. this attack on life regarding taxation of food, how we live, because they create the tax on most services that we use in this state, and the tax on property that we've had for since we've been the state have got to end. That's why my solutions as your only conservative Republican candidate for governor are simple. Abolish the state income tax. Abolish property taxes within the state. Yes, some of you will think, well, how do we fund the schools? Simple. I want to institute a state lottery, which makes too much money. It's a proven fact to generate too much money. We're losing income currently because of other states' lotteries. Utah would be primed to make a ton of money if we instituted a state lottery to fund education only, which means there will be enough money to fund education, lower and upper, higher ed, as well as pay our teachers a competing wage, finally. Some of you may also say, well, that's not enough to fund government. It absolutely is enough to fund government, because I also have the intentions to institute a state bank. The only other state in the nation that's instituted a state bank is North Dakota, and treat it as a savings loan type scenario, where the average Utah or Utah business that needs funds to get back on their feet, to invest, to buy a home, a car, whatever, make it easier for the average Utah or average Utah business to get a loan, to get that help, pick me up that they need. And then the state makes money off the interest and all the fees, because let's be honest, banks in general make a ton of money. Utah is also primed to have our own currency with the Sound Money Act of 2010, where we could only allow the payment of taxes from corporations like Rio Tinto, the payment of those taxes in gold, and use that gold to back a U.S. mint Utah dollar, working with the U.S. Treasury Department. And in turn, we can turn around and sell that currency on the stock exchange against all other world currencies, including the dollar. We need sound money. I also have the intention to institute zero-based budgeting, the same budgeting practices that you and I institute at home or our business, with income coming in to pay off the necessary expense that we need to pay for. And if we don't have enough money to pay for any additional expense, then we have to cut. It's that simple. We need to cut, serious cuts. Utah does not have a revenue problem. Utah has a spending problem. We also need to slash and cut the regulations so business can flourish and prosper. Lastly, we need to end the the scam that is the inland port that was passed 2 years ago. There was a reason why they ran the tax reform down our throats a week before Christmas. Why? It's to fund the inland port. 80% of our transportation fund they transferred to pay and to fund the inland port. The bonding mechanism for the inland port to build it up is attached to every single school bond these last 2 years. We need to repeal the inland port and restore the revenue back to the schools and back to the roads, to the transportation fund. Once again, Utah does not have a revenue problem. Utah has a spending problem. And under my leadership, we can get all this passed, get it done, and prosper, become the shining city on the hill that not only all states will look towards to mirror our example, but for the world, because we will become a very wealthy people here in Utah, taking care of our people the way that the good Lord would want us to take care of our people. So the solutions to get me elected, to institute this actual tax reform, and to end it. My election is just one solution. Another solution is to sign and to get involved with the tax referendum, to put what the swamp passed on the ballot for all of us to vote down. Now, if you want to get involved to make sure myself gets elected, as well as any other free-minded, liberty-minded candidate, and to finally drain the Utah swamp, it's simple. Tell your friends and family to get involved now with the caucus and convention system, with the Republican caucus and convention system, to dominate, show up in droves, get our own delegates and precinct chairs elected at the caucuses, show up in droves to the convention and the primary, and then finally in the general election. If you don't understand what the caucus convention system is, or you have a bad taste in your mouth because of how the Utah swamp corrupted it for years on end, then please stay tuned for my next video where I will be focusing on this. So if you like what you hear so far, please share this video, share the website, draintheutahswamp.com, share this video at draintheutahswamp.com, share this video, donate what you can. You can donate at the website, draintheutahswamp.com. You can get involved, volunteer. There's plenty of work for everyone. Let's make this video go viral. Let's make this campaign go viral. And finally, let's end the Utah swamp. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.